Hey guys, welcome back to FedEx Gaming's Redstone tutorials. In this tutorial, I'll be showing you guys how to build a vertical villager sorter. Now, there are plenty other villager sorters that are way better than these, especially the minecart villager sorters. However, we cannot use that right now on console because when you leave your game, the villagers will walk right out of the minecarts, thus ruining that whole system. So what I made was a nice little vertical one right here, very easy to build, for the main reason so your villagers don't die from zombie attacks and things of that nature. Also, it keeps them in a nice little confined area to, you know, trade with them. So as you can see, I can go right up here, I could trade with my villager. Of course, I haven't traded with them at all. Now all I have to do is click this button, he falls down, they all go up, and what happens is he falls down here, hits this pressure plate. This is just in case he decides to try to walk back. This just stops them just in case. He'll go right up the water. Now, of course, you have to wait for him to get up the water. I mean, I cannot do anything about that. It's just how fast they swim up the water. And then once he gets up here, he'll hit this little tripwire right here, thus making it so you can activate it again. Because I made it so in case like your friends come in and they decide, hey, I'm going to hit the button a million times and ruin it, they cannot do it. So see, if I click the button, it cycles through, but as you can see, I can't do it again. It will not work until that villager makes it all the way to the top and hits that tripwire up here, which is a very easy thing. All I did was just put a piston, 12 blocks, and another piston right here to stop it. So let's just start building this thing, guys. All right, guys, so for this build, we're going to need a 5x7 spacing. We're also going to have to dig down 3. However, we do need to have enough room to dig down 5, so just make sure you have enough room to dig down 5. And for this build, we're going to need everything I have inside my HUD bar right there and also up here. However, like, we're also going to need way more blocks of choice, way more blocks to put our redstone down on, and also the glass blocks are optional. However, I do highly recommend using them because then you can actually see where your villagers are inside of it, just in case something happens, you know, just in case. So this is going to be a fun tutorial since for some reason I always have trouble with building things like this. Well, showing a tutorial on how to build them. I know how to build them, it's just whatever. Let's start this. So once you get your 5x7 spacing, come to the bottom left hand corner, and what we're going to do is count over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then count up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then from here what we're going to do is come up 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3, delete these 2, and then on top of this block right here we're going to put a sticky piston, and then we're going to come up 2 blocks from that. 1, 2, put a sticky piston, do it again. 1, 2, sticky piston, 1, 2, sticky piston, and then one more time, 1, 2, like that. So you should have 4 sticky pistons, 1, 2, 3, 4, with 2 more blocks right here at the top. Now, you can go higher than this. I do not recommend going higher than this because it takes a while for that villager to make it all the way back up the water tower. So I think this is the perfect height. Now, if you want to go smaller than this, then that's highly recommended as well. Go much smaller if you want to. However, we're going to stick at 4 sticky pistons. So next, what I want you to do is put a slab upside down off of every sticky piston. Now, the reason I say do this is just because if you use a normal block, it might suffocate the villagers as they fall. So you don't want that to happen. So, I mean, you could put it upside down or you could put it like this. It doesn't really matter, but I like putting it upside down. I don't know why. I just like doing that. And then in between each one of them, I want you to take out your blocks of choice and just put your blocks of choice in between every single slab because you will be able to see those blocks. And then right here at this last block right here, I want you to put another slab like that. And I'll tell you the reason why for that afterwards. So next what we're going to do is actually right underneath the block with our sticky pistons on them, I want you to count over 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So pretty much just go back to the end over here. So remember, it's 4 blocks from this block. So right underneath it, 1, 2, 3, 4. And right here, I want you to come up a block like that. And then we're actually going to be putting our water here. So now, like I said, the glass is very much optional, but I'm going to be using it this whole entire time. So pretty much if you want to use a normal block, go right ahead, but we're just going to make a nice little outline around this one block like this. And then we're going to come down a block and then go all the way down 1 block after our sticky pistons right here. So do that on this side too. 1 block after our sticky pistons. So right behind where all our sticky pistons are, off this block right here, I want you to dig down 2. So 1, 2, like that. And then put a repeater facing towards your sticky pistons down here. So actually I need to take out my repeaters. What don't we need right now? We don't need our sticky pistons anymore. So put a repeater facing it towards these blocks on 4 ticks delay. Then put the block right back above it with your pressure plate. Where's my pressure? There it is. Haha. And then I want you to take out your pressure plate, and we don't need our slabs anymore right now. Put your pressure plate right here, right above that 4 tick delay repeater. So remember that. So actually let's use this. There we go, like that. Then right behind your pressure plate, I want you to dig down a block right here and put a repeater coming out of it set to 4 ticks delay. So if I click this, the repeater gets activated. Then dig down 2 blocks in front of that. 1, 2. put dust here and put a block right above the dust, right in front of your 4-tick. So now when I hit this, it should activate this repeater down here. I see it got activated down here. Beautiful. Then in front of this 4-tick delay repeater down here, actually, I should have told you to dig down too. I want you to put a normal piston in front of it with a sand block on top of it. So now if I click this, this piston goes up. Now, the whole reason for this is because sometimes when the villagers come over here and they will not climb this water for some reason unless they're blocked off here. They just won't sometimes. So that's why I have that little block off there for them. So next, what I want you to do is just make a whole one side, just bring one whole side up with a pillar off the side. Doesn't matter. You don't have to use glass. And then I want you to take out your signs. So let me take out my signs. We don't need this pressure plate anymore. So take out your signs. And then what I want you to actually do is actually put another row right here as well. Right over our sand block right here, where our sand block goes up, I want you to put a sign right above it like that. So now when I click this, as you can see, there's a sign right here. And then right here off this block, we're going to count up one right next to the block that's underneath our sticky piston, and put another sign. And now I want you to skip a block and put a sign on each one. Like that. There we go. So it should look something like this. Next, what we're actually going to do is fill up the rest of these pillars, and we're going to put our water in. So just fill them all up. Take out your water bucket. Now, if you're doing this on survival, I highly recommend making a infinite water source. So right here where our pressure plate is, I want you to put a bucket of water right above it like that. And then go in between each one, just put another bucket of water. So just keep putting your buckets of water. So, you gotta just go like that. Boop, boop, and boop, like that. So now we got our nice little water pillar. Beautiful. And now actually what I want you to do is fill up this side now with the rest of your glass. And then right off this block, we're going to put another bucket of water like this. Now, the reason why I do this where it comes down like that is because they take fall damage. If they fall down these 3 blocks right here without the water being there, they're not like us where if we hold A, we can just easily make it without taking any fall damage. They'll just hit the water and take fall damage. So you need to come up that 1 extra block right there. So right here is the front where our villagers should be standing. So what I like to do is put another glass block right here like this. I'm pretty sure that's right. No, do I have to come up one more? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong slab. That's why I'm doing it wrong. But like I said, I use glass for this thing all the way through pretty much. So right here is our floor level. This is our floor level right here. So then we're going to come up one more like this. So this is where we're going to be looking at our villagers. So you want to put one more glass block like that if you want to. You don't have to be using glass, but it should look something like this. And then what I want you to do is bring a pillar of glass all the way up. Or blocks, just pillar blocks all the way up on this side. And a pillar of blocks all the way up on this side like that. And then right here is where we'll be standing. So actually, let me get out of the floor block. This is our floor right here. This is our floor. So this is where we'll be standing. So this is where we'll be trading with our villagers. So what I want you to do is come up one more block like that. And then delete this block like this. So we could trade with our villagers right here. And then just bring a line going all the way up like this. All right, so now if we get a side view of this, it looks like this right now, just in case you guys might have got messed up a little bit somewhere, because this stuff, it's pretty difficult explaining how to build things like this. Well, for me it is. I don't know why. So once you got this nice little pillar going all the way up to the top like this, we're just going to add another bucket of, I don't have my water out. We're going to add another bucket of water right up here. So what we're literally going to do is just make a nice little thing going all the way around this, like that. Da, 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 da. Like this, and then we're actually going to come out one more on this side, so just one more, pop, 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 like that. So we got a nice little, let's see how big it is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 3 going around the whole thing. So here's where our villagers will fall in, and this is where they'll come up right here. Next, what I want you to do is put a sign right here, like that, and then put a bucket of water on this side. So as you can see, now it's flowing this way, so they'll fall and flow that way. So what you're going to do is actually come up one more row of blocks. And then what we're going to do is literally just cap it off. Now, the reason why I say cap it off is just in case a zombie decides to spawn up here. You don't want it to fall in here and start killing your villagers. You just don't want that to happen. So actually, what I highly recommend too is using like glowstone or torches if you want to light up the area, just so in case they don't spawn here. I don't know if they'll spawn here. I don't know if they spawn in water. They might. I'm not 100% sure. But just in case, I would light up this area just to be on the safe side. So now let's start doing some actual redstone, because this is a redstone tutorial and we haven't really done much of any redstone whatsoever. So right off this block right here, we're just going to come over, you know what, let me count actually. Let's see, it's 1, 2, 3 and then the button. Okay, so right from the middle button, where middle block where we're going to be trading with our guys. So 1, 2, 3 like that off this block. And then actually I did not take out a button. We need a button for this. So it doesn't really matter what you use, wood, stone, doesn't matter. So put your button like that, and then right underneath your button, put a block down with dust. So when I click this button, the dust comes on. Then I'm going to swing this way 3 blocks, I believe. Let me just make sure again. No, it's 2. See, it's always good to make sure. So 2, like that. And then we're going to put a normal piston facing upwards, and then come up 12 blocks from here. But we're going to put a normal block, then a glass block. This is where you need the glass block. This is the only time you really need the glass block, is right here. And then we're going to come up 12 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like that. And then we're going to come back to this later on, actually. So then coming out from where our piston is right here, we're going to come over to the right and put a repeater coming out of the piston with the block on top of the piston, and set it to 4 ticks delay. Put a block in front of it with a torch coming off the side of it. So we need our torches here. So let me get out my torches real quick. There we go. And we're going to put a torch coming off to the side of it. And then we're going to put a block right above this torch, which will actually extend out our first piston. And we're going to do this the whole way up. So right off the block, we're going to put another torch here. The torch will go off. Put a block here. Put another torch here. Block. Torch. Block. Torch. This one will extend out. And pretty much do that the whole way up. So I just, just make a nice little checkered pattern like this. And then just bring the torches all the way up like I'm doing here. So torch, 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 and torch. So now you can see all our pistons are extended out. So if I actually click this, they should all open up. Boop. And now it's going to be completely stuck here though. So actually do that. Make sure you do click that button to activate it, because now our blocks are going to go all the way up. And then right off here off the top block, we're going to come up 3 blocks. Well, actually 2. 1, 2. And then facing downwards, we're going to put another piston facing downwards like this. So like that. Beautiful. Then right next to it, we're going to put a block with dust on it. Then come a block up next to the dust. And then actually we're going to have to delete these. And we're going to put a hook here. So get out your hooks and your strings. Put a hook right here, and then off this one we're gonna do the same thing. Come out a block and put a hook here, and then put string right there. So now if I hit this string, it will push this down, letting me activate that button again. So now I can activate the button again down here, and that's the whole system. So the villager, when the villager comes up here and hits this, that means you can activate it again. Now the reason I only did that is because, just in case you have one of those friends that likes to hit buttons over and over and over again and decides to try to break your thing, they can't break it. So then we can actually put our glass back here like this and like this, so our villagers and zombies don't kill them and all that good stuff. So then next what we're actually going to do is put our lamp right here, right above our button. You want to put your lamp. Then we're actually going to come out a block. So actually I'm going to need this and this. There we go. We're going to come out a block like this, put dust right here. Then off this side, we're going to put another block with a repeater going into this block. Set it to 1 tick delay. It doesn't really matter. Then put a block behind it with a torch here or a lever. Doesn't really matter. This is just to activate our lamp. So now when I click the button, it opens up and our lamp goes off, because now the glass block's there, so it can't send power through. You can also use glowstone here as well, or cauldron. You can use a cauldron here, but glass is just the easiest thing to come by. And then when we come up here, or when our villager falls in, the lamp turns back on. So let's put that back, actually. Let's just use normal block. There we go. So now all you have to do is put your villagers in. Now, if you're doing this on survival, the easiest way to get your villagers in is literally just open this up right here and just push them in. Just push them in, click the button, push them in, click the button. However, since I am on creative, I get to easily just, load them up with villagers. So let me get out my villager egg. There we go. Spawn my villager. And then I click my button. Falls in. And then you have to wait for him to go all the way up. However, I'll just spawn another villager in. Let me just spawn them all in. I'm not waiting for him to go all the way up. And there we go. So now they're all in. Put my blocks back. And I'm done. That's it. You are completely done. So the villager goes up, falls in. I can click the button again. Villager goes up the water. Da 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 da. I wish you could put ice on the sides and they'll go up the water faster, but that's not how it works. And he makes it, hits the thing, falls in, and we could do it again. Boop. So there you guys go. That's how you build my vertical village sorter. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave it a like and subscribe to stay tuned with my newest videos. All right, guys. Peace.